with her junior Miss contestants.
There's my friend, and she still looks like 20.
A day in the life. Wouldn't you know it? She's trapped in the elevator.
The elevator's broken and I'm stuck in here.
And meet her family. Deb's daughter then.
About 9 hours ago, I became the mother of this little girl.
Her daughter today.
It's a pretty cool way to come into the world.
Her sons then. Her sons today. We've watched them grow up on Inside Edition. And her beloved husband, Carl.
The kids looked and said, "Why is Mom in jail?"
A special Inside Edition. Farewell, Deborah.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us on what is my last day anchoring Inside Edition. We'll look back at my more than 3 decades on the show in just a bit. But first, dramatic video of a dump truck barreling toward a suburban home, smashing right into it. The driver had a medical emergency and lost control. Les Trent is at the scene.
It's heart-stopping video of a runaway dump truck barreling down a road and veering into oncoming traffic. The 61-year-old driver is having a seizure at the wheel. The out-of-control truck takes out a utility pole, crosses 3 front yards, then, oh no, it plows into a house at 40 miles per hour.
Oh my God.
This horrified mom had her baby in her arms as she ran across the street. This video was recorded just moments after the crash. You can hear cries for help coming from inside.
Help is on the way!
It happened in Woodbury Heights, New Jersey. The 72-year-old homeowner was lounging in a chair when the truck plowed through. Neighbor Derek Keating said the homeowner was trapped inside.
And you saw him just his head.
I could see him laying on his back, but I could see his head.
These are the deep tire tracks from that dump truck as it careened across these front lawns out of control, across this street, and then rammed into this house. Now check out the debris over my shoulder. The fact that both the truck driver and the homeowner were trapped under this and survived is being called a miracle.
The homeowner's brother says he's physically okay and is recovering at the hospital. They have found another one of those escapees from the New Orleans jail, which means half of the 10 inmates who broke out the other day have now been recaptured. And this latest guy was reportedly found hiding at his grandma's house.
Then there were 5. Another escaped jailbreaker has been recaptured. Corey Boyd was reportedly nabbed at his grandmother's apartment. Wearing an anti-spit hood, Boyd was loaded into a helicopter and flown off to resume his life behind bars. 5 of the 10 inmates who fled the Orleans Parish Jail are still on the lam. Newly released video shows 3 escapees in an alley an hour after they fled the jail in New Orleans. Watch as they stroll nonchalantly into the night. Authorities are taking no chances with the inmates who have been recaptured. They're now being held in the state's notorious maximum security prison in Angola.
Now on to the passing of Cheers star George Wendt. His family has asked news outlets to use this photo in reports about his death. He looks happy with a warm smile, but in his final days, he was dealing with some serious health issues. Jim Murray has details.
We're learning more today about George Wendt's final days. The beloved Cheers actor was struggling with major health issues. According to his family, George Wendt died peacefully in his sleep here at his home in Los Angeles. The 76-year-old was in failing health, suffering from kidney issues. He also had difficulty walking. His last public appearance was on a podcast hosted by his famous Cheers castmates, Ted Danson and Woody Harrelson.
Oh, man, I never felt so alive.
He seemed in good spirits, but his weight had ballooned to a reported 350 pounds, and he looked haggard. In January, he was wheelchair-bound, assisted by his wife, as he left a dialysis clinic where he was being treated for kidney disease. At the Emmys last year, when the Cheers cast reunited, Wendt stumbled a little as he came on stage and took a seat on his favorite chair, a bar stool. Could his love of beer have contributed to his health problems?
Afternoon, everybody.
He often joked that beer-guzzling Norm was similar to his real-life personality. But the beer on Cheers was non-alcoholic, described as warm, flat, with salt added to make it more foamy. In 2023, Wendt appeared on Inside Edition with Cheers castmate John Ratzenberger, as the famous Cheers set was up for auction. Today, John paid tribute to his old pal. For 11 years, we shared a stage, a lot of laughs, and a front row seat to one of television's most beloved friendships.
Cheers.
George Wendt actually died 32 years to the day of the final airing of Cheers. Don't cry because it's ending. Rejoice because it happened. That phrase has been echoing in my head today because today is my last day on Inside Edition. I never expected to be in TV. When I was in high school, I wanted to be an attorney, and this only became an option my senior year when I entered a contest to earn money for college. That totally changed my life.
How's everyone? Hi, good.
Hi there.
Talk about a blast from the past. This is such a treat for me to see all of you. I have known all these women for nearly 50 years. We share a special bond. We were among the 50 contestants competing for the title America's Junior Miss back in the 1970s. That pageant sparked my career in front of the camera.
Debbie Norville goes in Dalton High School.
The year was 1976, and I got to introduce the heartthrob of the day, Michael Landon. With pigtails, I said, Michael Landon!
Michael Landon!
I'll never forget actually being on the same stage as Michael Landon. I mean, that was such a highlight.
We spent more than 2 weeks together.
It was an opportunity to meet young women from all over the country.
People asked for our autographs. We thought we had arrived.
Tammy Sanders.
We were all 17 years old. I was glued on the TV crew back there and fascinated by it.
I was also just blown away by the guys behind the scenes who were working like dogs and loved what they did. That's what brought me to television. Like, these people are having fun.
Marion Brown.
Marion, we were roommates.
Debbie, you were as beautiful then as you are now. You would have this beauty routine where you would be in the bathroom for half an hour, 40 minutes, and you'd be doing these crazy. And finally, one day, I just sat in the bathtub and watched you.
You were always joyful. That's what I remember about you. Very cheery and always upbeat.
Oh, that's so sweet.
My sister thinks, Deborah, that I'm a little jealous of you, and she might be right. You know, turn on the TV, and there's my friend, and she still looks like 20. And
You've always been a true blue friend. We're so proud of you, Deborah.
We are.
And we have
Absolutely.
all watched your career, and we have beamed with pride every day when we see Inside Edition.
It all happened because of Junior Miss.
Debbie Norville goes in Dalton High School.
Over 30 years here at Inside Edition, there is not much I didn't do. There were amazing moments, talking to stars on the red carpet, covering royal weddings and funerals and coronations. And if there was a major news event, we were there. Hello, I'm Deborah Norville, reporting from downtown Oklahoma City, where the rescue effort is in full force after yesterday's horrible explosion that tore open the federal building behind me here. It is without question the darkest day in America's history, September 11th, 2001. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us as we broadcast today from Ground Zero, where there is celebration here and around America over the news that Osama bin Laden is dead. I am standing just about 3 blocks from where yesterday at the finish line of the Boston Marathon, 2 massive explosions were detonated. The assassination attempt over the weekend on former President Trump has dramatically changed the tone of this convention. Our broadcast today is a little bit different because Inside Edition has been hit by the coronavirus pandemic. So I'm anchoring the broadcast from my kitchen. On this, a day the world has been waiting for. We're outside Westminster Abbey in London, the very spot where Prince William made Kate Middleton his bride. Behind me right here is Windsor Castle, where in a matter of just hours, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will exchange their wedding vows. The verdict on O.J. Simpson is in. Hi, everybody, and welcome to a special Inside Edition on board the nuclear-powered submarine, the USS Bremerton. We are smack in the middle of a heavy winter storm that is wreaking havoc up and down the eastern coast. We broadcast today from a town shattered, Newtown, Connecticut, a town the entire world holds in its prayers as the first 2 victims of last Friday's school massacre are laid to rest. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us as we broadcast today from Thousand Oaks, California. This area is now being racked by devastating wildfires. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us on television's biggest night. It's the 64th Primetime Emmy Awards, and we're at the Nokia Theater for all the action. Welcome to a special Inside Edition from Vatican City, where today Pope John Paul II was eulogized and buried. The faithful poured into Vatican City here today to pay their respects to Pope Francis, whose body is lying in state inside St. Peter's Basilica and will do so for the 3 days leading up to Saturday's funeral. I feel so blessed that my last big story was the death of Pope Francis. We'll be right back.
Next, Farewell Deborah, a day in the life. Wouldn't you know it? She's trapped in the elevator.
The elevator's broken and I'm stuck in here.
And meet her family. Deb's daughter then.
About 9 hours ago, I became the mother of this little girl.
Her daughter today.
It's a pretty cool way to come into the world.
Her sons then. Her sons today. We've watched them grow up on Inside Edition. And her beloved husband, Carl.
The kids looked and said, why is mom in jail?
A special Inside Edition. Farewell, Deborah.
Congratulations, Deborah, on 30 years with Inside Edition. What an incredible milestone.
Deborah, you've been the face of Inside Edition for 3 decades, and what a legacy you leave behind.
Something tells us your best stories are yet to come, and you know what? We can't wait to see what the next chapter holds. Take care.
Just so excited for your next adventure and everything you've accomplished.
Yeah, and Deborah, thank you for adding your notes on the blueprint of success when it comes to media. You have led the way not just for women, but also men like me.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Because we are a news show, there really isn't a typical day around here. But this is a look at what life around Inside Edition is generally like. It's a rainy New York morning. I don't travel light. And it's pouring rain, and I have a suitcase. Good morning, Walter. My office here at Inside Edition's on the 13th floor of the west side of Manhattan. Welcome to my office. I'm actually writing goodbye notes to everybody I work with here at Inside Edition. The office is filled with memories. I always wear my sweater. I got this Port Authority sweater when I was a toll taker at the Lincoln Tunnel.
Do you need a receipt? Yes, I want one from you.
This is a souvenir from a story, it's a little dusty, story I did up in Boston where they had me be a train conductor.
All aboard!
All aboard! This is my souvenir from a very fun day. Obviously, it's a St. Louis Cardinals mug, and I was doing an affiliate visit at the station in St. Louis, and they organized for me to get to throw the first pitch at a Cardinals game. This is probably the fun part of the day, because I have to. The burden of picking out what to wear. The newsroom is where all the magic happens. Is she on the stand again?
No, she's gone.
I have a desk in what we call the horseshoe. It's the heartbeat of the office.
Yeah.
At 1:45 p.m., I race across the street to our studio.
Oh, my God.
As luck would have it, I get stuck in the elevator.
Really good.
Cameraman Larry Cullen tries to pry the doors open.
Want to get out?
Yeah, I want to get out.
He does his best, but Hercules, he is not. The elevator's broken and I'm stuck in here. 7 minutes later, success.
Oh, my God, that was crazy. Larry, thank you. You're my hero.
I finally make it into the studio for hair and makeup. This is the best part of the day. I come in looking bad and I go out looking good, and it's all thanks to this young lady. This is Fatima. Then it's showtime.
In 5.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. When we come back, the people I'm with when I'm not here, my family.
Inside Edition, sponsored by ILEA HD. There's always more inside, more breaking news, more investigations, more inspiring stories, and more Inside Edition. Just go to InsideEdition.com and follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube.
Congratulations, Deborah. You've been the face of Inside Edition for 3 decades.
What a legacy you leave behind, and all of us at the CBS Evening News wish you nothing but the best in your next chapter.
Deborah, you have 3 huge fans right here. Yes. Congratulations. 30 incredible years at Inside Edition from the entire Good Morning America family.
What an incredible career and legacy you leave behind. Congratulations, Deborah.
Yep, and here's to everything that you've accomplished and everything that's still ahead for you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Love you guys. Thanks so much. Over the years, there have been too many times when I had to apologize to my family for not being there. You do understand, I'd say. Well, here's my family. Over the years, my family's popped up here on Inside Edition, including my daughter, who made her debut very early.
About 9 hours ago, I became the mother of this little girl, Michaela Katerina. She's fine, I'm fine. My husband thinks I'm crazy to be doing this, but as they say, the show must go on.
I really thought she was nuts. I said, what are you saying? You just gave birth.
When I was growing up, we would watch this video on my birthday. We'd call it the birthday video. The boys were jealous that they didn't have one, so it's a pretty cool way to come into the world.
But this moment was Michaela's favorite.
Hi, I'm Michaela Wellner. Let me tell you why One Direction is the best thing to music since forever.
That was every 12-year-old's dream. And the fact that I got to run an interview, meet One Direction was really cool.
Definitely feel like I've grown up with the show.
My son Nick was 4 when I started on Inside Edition.
I got to be one of the first to play the Xbox, which, at 10 years old, I think is the pinnacle of cool.
My son Kyle was a new baby when I started here.
So I just sort of look back on it and say, wow, how time has flown.
There was another moment my husband Carl thought I was nuts.
One of the most memorable moments was when she did Jail Time. And I made the mistake of turning on the television when we were sitting and having dinner. And the kids looked and said, why is Mom in jail?
This is the first time we've seen the sun in 4 days.
Seeing my mom in pinstripes is not a sight I'll soon forget.
Leaving Inside Edition means a lot more family time.
We've been married 37 years. She's genuinely a wonderful, wonderful person. You get choked up. It's wonderful that you can have a marriage that's so long and you still feel so strongly about the other person. She felt that Inside Edition was a very good place for her to be in. Well, she lasted for so long, 30 years, obviously is a sign that this was a good place for her to be. But now it's time to spend some more time with me.
And I can't wait. I calculated that 60% of my adult life has been spent as anchor of Inside Edition. I'm not sure how you sum that up, but I'll try after this.
Still ahead, a very special farewell from Deborah. Travel consideration provided by... Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
Finally today, while you have invited me into your homes, these 115 plus men and women have made it possible. They may work behind the scenes, but their talent and that of our colleagues in Los Angeles is what you see on screen every day. I am literally swimming in gratitude. Since I announced my departure last month, I have been floored by the response of my peers and by you, our viewers. And I've stayed this long because you welcomed me and the stories that we tell. I know Inside's been a companion to many of you, and you've told me that you'll miss our daily visits. I'm gonna miss them too. In my very first job in television, a woman I worked with told me I didn't belong there. I have spent the last 47 years trying to prove her wrong. And so my thought is this: believe in yourself when it seems no one else does, because you may be amazed where that confidence will take you. Thank you all. Thank you so much. That's Inside Edition. Bye-bye.